So Paul, you've signed Sam Bell, of course, on loan from Bristol City. First of all, how pleased are you to get another body in, and what do you think he's going to offer the squad that you perhaps don't have at this point?
Well, pleased, it gives us another attacking option, and Sam's a player that I tried to sign earlier in the season, but due to injuries at his club, ended up being involved with the first team. I got a message from Brian Tinnion, which I really appreciated, in terms of him saying that their injuries had improved in that area, and Sam was available. So once we sort of got Friday night out of the way, was in touch with Brian in Bristol City, and thankfully it was pretty straightforward after that. You know, I think what he can bring is, like I said, an attacking player, someone that's, you know, he's a very young man, don't get me wrong, but has scored goals in their system, a lot of goals, and can play various roles within the team. Can play as an out-and-out centre forward, play as a 10, play in wide areas. So I like that flexibility he brings, because, you know, I could still perhaps, you know, realistically go and get another loan, but unless I really feel the need, I'd rather not be sort of maybe leaving someone out of a squad just because we've got 6 loans. So pleased that he can bring different options to us. He's trained with us this morning, done well, scored a few goals. Hopefully he can, you know, do as well as what Riley's done, realistically.
And match fit and ready if you so choose to play tomorrow, for example?
Yeah, I think I had a chat with him about that, about when he played. I think because I'd been involved with the first team, he'd missed out on a little bit of football, but prior to that he'd played, I think, quite a few of the 23s games. He has played a couple of sort of friendly games more recently, and trained a lot with the first team. So he's part of a group of players there, Riley being one of them as well, that they, you know, think have got a really good chance of becoming Bristol City players, you know, as in first team players. Hopefully we can help in his development, and he ticks the boxes, you know, things I've just touched on, but also in terms of I think a work rate, an attitude, a professionalism, that, you know, anyone that I bring in, they've got to fit into that. Otherwise, you know, all the things that we talk about and all the players, I guess, up to, goes out of the window.
You've given a bit of insight on it just there, but does the positive relationship you've built with how well Riley Towler's loan going, did that help get this over the line in some ways?
I'm not sure. I'm sure that they've liked the fact that Riley's played most of the games. We're a team that have been doing well in the league. I mean, in fairness, a couple of lads from Bristol City were here last season that I didn't get to manage. They went back, but it seems as though they, I think, respect the football club. I think speaking to sort of Brian over there, definitely respects the league, feels, you know, that it is a good standard. I think hopefully, you know, some things do go back in terms of how we train, how we treat players, that, you know, he does make them happy to allow their players to join us, and like I say, hopefully it can go well for both clubs and the player himself.
And this is the highest loan that he's had. He's had a couple shorter loans, but further down the pyramid.
Yeah.
How confident are you that he can come in and make a relatively immediate impact? You've obviously only got him until January initially.
Yeah, look, there's no crystal ball and there's no guarantees. But like I said, what I do like is he's going to have ability. You don't be at Bristol City and play in the games and be on their bench if you can't play. However, it is a different sort of environment. It's a different league. Different challenges will come up. But I think he's got, like I said, the attributes certainly to contribute for us, and that's what we hope. But like with all these, you know, particularly the young, it's all players, but certainly the younger ones, you're never quite sure. You know, it's kind of quite a long way from home as well, and you're hoping that he's got, like I said, that mentality and sort of desire, which I'm convinced he has, to come in and do well.
And does he offer you something different to what you already have in your forward line?
Yeah, I think he does. He's you know, he's not built like a Linnell John Lewis. He's not a target man like Ryan Taylor. His movement looks good. I see that already in training. And I would say more of a what you class as a natural goal scorer. So added to, like I said, a good work rate, a willingness to run down the sides, in behind. But his touch looked good as well. I think he's got a little bit of everything, if I'm honest. So that's what I hope he can bring and add competition to the squad. Like I said, another option for myself. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does.
Yeah, and just finally, just touched on that competition. Obviously, you've got John McAtee's now back, Linnell John was hopefully for the weekend. You've now got a lot of options in a positive way after it looked a little bit short. You've got more options now to pick from in that forward area.
Yeah, hopefully we do. And I take your point, like they're just not quite up to speed, a couple of those, and we know what it's like. We can train today, we haven't had any injuries. That's not a smoke screen, we just haven't. But things can change very quickly, whether it's a training session, whether it's illness. We all know that there's a certain illness still flying around and that can wipe someone out for 10 days, so hopefully not. But I think we've obviously been wanting to add to our options in the squad and thankfully finally we've managed to do it.
That's great, thank you, Paul.
Cheers.
Sam, bit of a whirlwind first day for you, of course. How pleased are you to have signed, and was a big part of the fact to come in to play games and obviously get yourself out playing football?
Yeah, definitely. I'm delighted to be here. It all happened pretty fast, to be honest, from being told yesterday morning that it was ready to go, and then driving up last night and then training this morning. But yeah, I've really enjoyed my first day, and really looking forward to getting some games, and hopefully score some goals, get the club back to where they should be.
And how was that first training session?
Yeah, it was good. Good intensity. The lads have been really good to me, welcoming me and that, and yeah, like training with them just shows the quality in the group and that, and yeah, it's been really good.
Was there any other clubs interested from what you're aware of?
Not that I was aware of, no. But yeah, I just wanted to get out, play some games and that, and yeah, show what I can do. So.
You've been quite involved with the Bristol City first team. I know Paul's just told us that they were looking at you early in the season, but there was a few injuries there. How pleased are you to now hopefully get a regular run of games, whereas you've been in the Bristol City team and then play for the under-23s, for example?
Yeah, no, definitely. It'd be good for me to get some games at a competitive level. Rather than just playing in the 23s and that. But it's really excited and it should be good.
And you've had a couple of loans before this, albeit lower down the pyramid. How important was it for you to play at the highest standard you could? And obviously this will be the highest standard you've played in this loan.
I think loans are really, really important things in players' careers, just to go and get that experience, playing games, playing for 3 points and that. Like you said, this would be the highest loan that I've had so far. So it should be a good challenge, and I'm looking forward to it. And
in your own view, what sort of player are you? What are you sort of going to come and try and offer to Grimsby?
So I'm a striker that likes to run in behind, work hard for the team, can play off both feet. I can link the play. I can play out wide as well if need to be. But I just like to run around, I guess, basically.
And did you speak to Riley Towler before you came in?
Yeah, I've had a few chats with him and that, and he's been nothing but complimentary about the club, the players, the fans. He's said the fans are really good. So it'd be a good thing to play in front of them and that.
And hopefully that'll come tomorrow night for you.
Yeah, hopefully.
And you're looking forward, of course, obviously you've got Blundell Park at the weekend as well. I imagine that's something you'll hope to be involved in and get that first taste of the atmosphere. Yeah,
definitely. It'd be very good to play in front of them and that.
And how confident are you that you can come in and make an instant impact? You're here till January. How confident are you that you can hopefully hit the ground running?
Yeah, I back my ability, and I think I can definitely add to the team, add a few goals and that, and it should be good.